This sucks. I don't know if it's just been me, but these past couple episodes of Obi-Wan have really let me know how Disney Plus does their stuff. I can't be the only one who's just felt the Disney Plusness of the project. From The Mandalorian to the Book of Boba Fett, it's always been the same problem. And fans are starting to notice it. Let me show you the Rotten Tomatoes score for the past two projects. With Obi-Wan, the audience score for Rotten Tomatoes is at 59%. And with the Book of Boba Fett, it's even lower at a 58%. I think I know where this problem has come from. This is a Disney-wide problem, from the MCU shows and the Star Wars shows. They all have this cheap feeling. You can't get around it. Just when I thought the feeling was gone for Moon Knight, it came back in the final episode. Don't get me wrong, I loved Moon Knight and Obi-Wan, but it could have been so much better if they don't rush the endings and just rush the whole show in general. Most people actually loved Moon Knight, and I don't blame them. It's a fun superhero show. But compared to the Netflix MCU shows such as Daredevil, they are horrible. Not only Daredevil, The Punisher was probably better too, and Luke Cage. Can't say the same about Iron Fist though, that one was just bad. The only Disney Plus show that I can confidently say it didn't have the Disney Plus feeling was The Mandalorian. When you make Moon Knight and Boba Fett feel childish, you know it's a problem. When you look at the earlier Boba Fett from the original Star Wars movies, he feels menacing. But in the Book of Boba Fett, he felt like an old man stuck in the desert. The final fight scene of Moon Knight was very rushed and not good in general. And I really liked this show from the start to the finish, but when you close out a show like that, it's hard to rewatch it. And all the MCU shows, in my opinion, are unrewatchable. I mean, no one is going to go back to watch Hawkeye or WandaVision again. But I just can't say the same for Mandalorian. When I watch The Mandalorian, I feel like I'm watching a movie. But in the case of all the MCU shows, it feels like I'm watching a child's TV show. And with the upcoming release of Ms. Marvel, this is going to be even more of a problem. And when are people going to catch on to this? And when they do, it's going to be a major problem for Disneyplus. This is one of the most truthful reviews I've ever seen. Based on episodes 1 through 3, my disappointment is immeasurable. Using Baby Leia as a recycled Baby Grogu story, where another main character is babysitting a child, is tiresome and used up. I couldn't agree more. I feel like the people at Disney Plus were just trying to make a smash hit like Mandalorian, but with an even bigger character such as Obi-Wan, but it just doesn't work. And they even did this with the Book of Boba Fett by bringing Baby Yoda back. And in episode 3, they used lines such as, "Are you my father?" to bring back nostalgia and sadness, when I just think it's a cheap take on trying to. And even for this upcoming season of The Mandalorian, they brought Baby Yoda back again, when they should have left him with Luke Skywalker. But they are too scared of facing criticism for leaving him off. They're probably thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But eventually it will break, and that's when the whole thing will collapse. And the fight scene in the recent episode of Obi-Wan isn't bad, but it isn't great either, when it really should be. I mean, Darth Vader hasn't seen the guy who ruined his life in so long, and he goes easy on him. This isn't something he would do. I've heard people compare it to a fan film, but honestly the fan film might be better. I'm just joking, but you tell me which one's better in the comments. And does it even come close to match the emotional effect of Darth Vader versus Luke in any of the original trilogy movies? When it really should. Especially because the last time they fought, it was such a great fight in Revenge of the Sith. And even for Marvel, Phase 4 was coming off some of the greatest MCU movies ever, just to ruin it with horrible shows and movies. I mean, who's excited for these? For the most part, I'm excited for maybe one or two of these. I know I keep going back to Ms. Marvel, but who asked for it, honestly? And if it's actually good, call me out for it, because honestly, I want to be wrong. I mean, Infinity War and Endgame were really good. In my opinion, Infinity War was better, but both of them are really good. And when people say the best Phase 4 project was WandaVision, you know it's bad. In my opinion, the only thing that can really save Phase 4 is the new Thor movie. I'm really excited for Christian Bale's new character, Gore the God Butcher. I feel like he can be one of the best villains in MCU history. But who isn't excited to see Thor back in general? Back to my last point, I feel like they're trying to set up like a new Young Avengers with these shows, but I don't know if anyone's excited for it. I don't mean to cut it off so early, but I just wanted to get my point across, and I think I did pretty good. Let me know in the comments if you want me to elaborate on any of these points. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.